My name is Ava. I'm 6 years old. I've drawn an engineer. He's a boy, because I think boys can be engineers.
My name is Sarli. I am 11 years old. I did draw a picture of an engineer. I just drew what I thought an engineer was. The engineer was a boy.
I like to be practical, I like to problem solve, and engineering is definitely that. I'm not going to say it's easy at all. It's hard, and you have to get the right balance of work and life and manage it in whatever way you can. But I wouldn't change it for the world. I love being a mum, but I also love being an independent woman, I suppose, doing a job where I can get out and about and get away from a desk, get my hands dirty. For me, it sort of ticks lots and lots of boxes. So there's a myth that women can't be engineers as well as mothers. Well, I'm an engineer, I work on this amazing site, and I'm also going to be a mother for the second time.
So some people say that women aren't interested in engineering or STEM subjects at all, but actually 45% of 17 to 19-year-olds are interested in engineering. The problem is actually just seeing that through to fruition, making sure that they actually capture that interest and go study the subjects at university, at college, or take up an apprenticeship if that appeals to them more. If you have a spark, an interest in that kind of subject, it is actually really needed just now in Britain, because 186,000 engineers are required from now until 2024 to make up the skills gap, because a whole lot of people are set to retire in the next few years that have vast experience, so someone needs to fill that gap.
I've heard this myth that men are better at science than women, but actually in secondary school girls outperform boys in physics. What we need to focus on is encouraging girls to keep up the subject and take on maths and science at university.
Some people think that there's no other women in engineering, I think, but there always have been in all the jobs I've had. And I just went into the office now and counted, and there were more women in our office. It's an engineering office just now than there were men. It's pretty much equal at times. At times there's more men, but there were 3 female engineers in there, and there was the head of the drawing team, she's also a woman, and a hydrologist, which is another technical job. It's not engineering, but a very technical role. She's a woman as well. So, don't know, it's not true. There are women in engineering. I'm not the only one.
There's absolutely no evidence to suggest that. In fact, maybe quite the opposite, that more generally at school, girls tend to do academically better than boys, whatever the subject. So there's absolutely no reason why women can't be as good as, or indeed better, engineers than men.
I'm fed up with hearing about women being better than men or men being better than women. We're all different, so if you're from an ethnic minority group or a religious minority group, I don't think it matters. We all get together and we all work together, and we can all come with different ideas to drive forward both this organisation and to drive forward society.
I read this morning that women are making up a very small percentage of people in engineering, but it's not the case that you're going to be the only woman in the office. I work regularly with substation engineers, project managers, my own line manager who's an engineering manager. And there's also many women in the Future Networks team. There's always other women working in the office alongside me, and yeah, there's lots of female graduates coming up as well, so it's looking good. It's looking like the numbers are increasing as well.
I do. I think boys and girls can be engineers.
I think girls can be engineers.